Hi, this is Mac, and welcome to another edition of our video mailbox. This week, Teresa from Childress writes in, I'm just wondering if you will vote on the TPA bill. That stands for Trade Promotion Authority. I have read that some conservatives will not vote for it because they don't want to give Obama more power. But what summary review I've read looks like it's a good bill for our country. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on the bill. Well, Teresa, thanks for writing in. It is a big issue about trade and whether the United States is involved in these trade agreements or not. So TPA stands for Trade Promotion Authority, and what it basically says to a president is, here are the parameters under which you can go negotiate trade agreements. And if you do come up with an agreement, you got to bring it back to the House and Senate, where we get a chance to look at it, and then we vote on the whole deal up or down, rather than just trying to change little pieces of it. The reason that nearly every president since World War II has had this authority is because foreign countries won't negotiate with us if they think Congress can change every little section of it. There needs to be that authority to negotiate the whole package. But the rest of the story is it limits what a president can negotiate. So, for example, today President Obama can negotiate any trade agreement he thinks that he can get away with. But it's Trade Promotion Authority that says, no, these are the parameters of the trade agreement. This is the way you've got to do it, and these are the enforcement mechanisms to make sure the other countries live up to their agreements. That's why Trade Protection Authority is so important. But Teresa is exactly right. It is not just important for the country as a whole, it's important for our area to have these trade agreements. If we don't have trade agreements, then other countries, especially China, is out there negotiating agreements on their own, and they're going to set the rules of the game rather than the United States. Our economy in our district is very dependent upon trade. Let me just give you some statistics as far as agriculture goes. I asked my staff to look and see what percentage of these agricultural commodities from the 13th District of Texas are sent overseas. And the estimates are about 25% of the pork we produce in our district is exported. About half of the wheat that we grow in our district is sent overseas. About 90% of the cotton that we grow is sent overseas, made into goods, and then comes back to the United States where we buy the goods. Something like 90% of the sorghum that is actually harvested is also sent overseas. And I keep working to increase the amount of beef, American beef, that other countries purchase. The more markets we open up, the better it is for our producers. It's not just agriculture. Many businesses in our area depend on exports for their livelihood. And so our district's economy, our well-being, is intimately involved in trade. Now, we got to have a good deal, not just any deal, and that's why Congress gets a chance to vote up or down on whatever a president brings back to us. But to not even be in the negotiations would be very detrimental to the country and to the economy of our region. We'll be watching this as trade negotiations continue in the Pacific and in other places, but I think it's important that the United States is at least in the game trying to negotiate the good trade deal for our country and for people in our area. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you next time.